Today, we're not just going to look at a construction site. No, you're stepping into the most critical role on the ground. You are the site administrator. And your decisions, they're going to make or break this entire project.
So, let me ask you a question. What do you think really holds a massive building together? Is it the concrete, the giant steel beams, the welds? You might think you know the answer, but it's probably not what you expect. Because you see, it's not just the physical stuff. The real foundation of any successful construction project is control. Meticulous, relentless, administrative control. And that, my friend, is your job. This is your domain. You are the nerve center, the absolute brain of the entire site operation. Nothing happens without you knowing about it. So what does that actually mean? Well, think of yourself as the central hub. Every key resource, we're talking people, materials, machinery, information, it all flows through you. Your whole job is to coordinate all of that to do three things. Build it right, build it on time, and make sure everybody goes home safe. Simple, right? All right, enough with the theory. It's your first week on a brand new multi-story office building project. The pressure is on, and believe me, the chaos is about to kick off. Let's see how you handle it. And here it is. Everything hits you at once. Your office is ready to go, but the site itself is a dangerous mess. A huge steel delivery is blocking the gate. Brand new machinery just showed up. Your entire workforce is standing there waiting for you. And to top it all off, the engineer just changed the plans. 5 critical events, all demanding your attention right now. So what do? Look, panic is not an option. A real professional has a playbook for this exact situation. Let's walk through it step by step, starting with the biggest immediate danger. The site is live, but your access roads are a free-for-all. You've got people walking around, heavy vehicles trying to navigate. This is a literal recipe for disaster. What is your first, most critical move? You act immediately. First, you get clear routes marked out for all the vehicles. Then, and this is absolutely crucial, you create completely separate protected walkways for people. And finally, you get with the site engineer to make sure this new, safe layout is officially documented and on the plan. Now, this might seem pretty basic, but the consequences of getting it wrong are huge. Failure here doesn't just mean a delayed delivery, it means someone could get seriously hurt. Your control over something as simple as a walkway is the first line of defense for every single person on that site. Okay, site safety is getting handed for now. But while you're doing that, a truck rolls up with 25 tons of rebar. That's the steel skeleton for your building's concrete. You cannot just wave it in. This is a critical moment for quality control. The professional response is a meticulous process, a checklist. You check the delivery note against your purchase order. You physically inspect the steel for the right grade and for any damage. You confirm the quantity, and you log everything before it gets put away. No shortcuts. Every step matters. Let's be real, the stakes here could not be higher. If you accidentally accept the wrong grade of steel, you are building a fatal flaw directly into the core of the building. The strength of the entire structure is literally on your shoulders in this moment. Next up, the heavy machinery arrives. A couple of compactors, a mixer. These things are powerful, they're dangerous, and you can't just toss the keys to an operator and say, have at it. So again, it's a system. You check all the documents, you inspect the machine for any physical problems, and most importantly, you actually run an operational test before it ever goes to work. Only when it passes every check is it logged in your register and assigned to an operator. Think about it. Taking 1 hour to inspect this machine now can save you a week of downtime later. It's the difference between being in control and having to manage a crisis after a breakdown, or worse, an accident. The machines are ready. Great. Now what about the people? You've got 30 workers here ready to start. How do you make sure you have accountability and control over your biggest cost, labor, from day one? Here's the rule, and it is non-negotiable. Every single person signs in. You log their details, you verify they are physically here, and you assign them to their crew. That register becomes your single source of truth for who is on your site and when. And here's why that matters so much. A sloppy attendance sheet isn't just bad paperwork. It's an open invitation for time fraud, where you end up paying for hours that nobody ever worked. Over a long project, that can add up to a staggering amount of wasted money. And finally, just when you think you've got a handle on things, the engineer hands you revision B of the foundation plan. That single piece of paper can become the most dangerous thing on your entire site if you mismanage it. Your response has to be swift and absolute. You log the new drawing. Then you hunt down and you remove every single copy of the old drawing, revision A, stamp the new one as the official version, and then you personally make sure it gets into the hands of every supervisor who needs it. Because the alternative is a nightmare. One foreman working off an old drawing can lead to an entire section of foundation being poured wrong. And the only fix for that? Demolition. It's one of the most expensive and soul-crushing mistakes you can make in construction.
You've just handled 5 crazy situations all at once. But what happens if you don't? What if you drop one of those balls? See, these aren't just isolated tasks. A failure in one tiny administrative check can trigger a catastrophic chain reaction.
The link between cause and effect is terrifyingly direct. A simple mistake, like just signing a delivery note to get a driver off your back, can lead to structural failure. Forgetting to track down one old drawing leads to demolition. Each one of these small slips has a massive, expensive, and sometimes dangerous consequence. So it's pretty clear that this job is way more than just shuffling paperwork. It demands a specific mindset, a certain set of professional qualities to keep that level of control when the pressure is on. This is the mindset you have to live and breathe. It's the integrity to follow the process every single time, even when you're busy. The attention to detail to spot a wrong serial number. It's the proactive problem solving that made you set up walkways before anyone even asked. And it's accountability for every single thing that happens on your site. So let's bring this all together. At the end of the day, all those small, repetitive, sometimes tedious tasks you perform, they are the true foundation of the project's success. This is the whole thing, right here. Your daily actions directly create the project's success. Verifying materials is quality control. Controlling drawings is error prevention. Inspecting machinery is site safety. You are the direct link between that small, boring process and a big, successful outcome. So the next time you pass a skyscraper going up, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you just seeing the steel and the cranes, or can you now see the invisible framework of control, the meticulous administration that is truly holding it all together?